Hi guys! Today is all about dolls for dollhouses. If you've been around here for a while, you know I usually don't have dolls inside my miniature scenes. I'm generally much more interested in the architecture and design aspects of miniatures, but I can't deny how fun it is to add some life inside these walls. Maya Griggs over at My Misfit Doll sent me 2 dolls to play with, and I think I'm hooked. The first is a finished doll and the second is a kit. Let me first show you the portrait doll she made. I sent her some pictures of myself and she created a miniature version of me. She's beautifully packaged in this wooden box and is wearing what I typically wear: high-waisted jeans and a cropped hoodie. The detail on her is absolutely remarkable. From her eyelashes to her earrings, her painted nails, and even her little necklace. Maya even added in a second wig that I could use. This blue one matches the hair I had last year and is just so much fun. The amount of detail is incredible and I cannot wait to create new outfits and hairstyles for this mini-me. The second doll she sent is a kit. The kit she sent came with the doll itself, hair fibers to create the wig, and a very detailed instruction booklet. I was able to choose the head shape, body shape, bust size, and waist shape. It's kind of like playing Sims, but in real life. I picked a 6-inch doll with a small bust, hourglass waist, and high-heeled feet. The head shape I chose was just one out of 27 different options. With so many options to choose from, you can create a truly unique doll with so many various combinations. These dolls use a ball joint system that allows for so much movement in all the limbs. This makes putting clothing on these dolls and positioning them into scenes so much easier and more realistic. Let's jump right into customizing her. First up is hair. I set her down in this leather woven chair that I made in a previous tutorial. I'm using white hair fibers here, but you can use any color you like. These fibers aren't completely straight, so I'm using a flat iron to straighten them out. Just like on real hair, the best way to do this is in small sections. I tried a few different methods for adding hair, but I'll show you the easiest and cleanest way that I found. Once I have a section of straightened hair, I grab thread in the same color. Run a piece of thread through Eileen's tacky glue and place it vertically across the middle of a section of hair. Then fold the hair in half and wait for it to dry. This method creates clean sections of hair that you can cut and glue on so you're not dealing with individual strands that can get really messy. I started at the base of the head and began gluing on the layers. The extra thread helps you position the layer. Another method is to take a section and make a clean cut on one end. Dip that end in glue and let it dry. Then cut it again for a clean edge. Glue on these smaller sections on the sides and top of the head. And finally, one last method to create a supernatural part on the top. Take two of the small sections of hair and glue them together at the cut end. Once it's dry, separate the two sections and you'll see a super clean part line. Place this on the top of the head for a natural part. Here's a smaller piece for the front. Then you're free to cut and style the hair as you please. Next up are the eyes. Once the hair is all dry, you can just pull this top part of the head off. The eye blanks are attached inside this head with sticky tack. Remove it by pulling it out. These are the two eye blanks. They're just round pieces of polymer clay with divots in the center. I take a few shades of brown and dot them inside these divots. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. There's also no right or wrong colors. Just add in the colors you like. You can even swirl the paint for a marble look. I add a bit of gold for a spark. This is the part that really makes the eyes pop. Add a drop of UV resin on top of the paint and the outer white area. This creates a shiny glass look. Cure under a UV lamp and they're done. I love how they look like amber. You can place them back inside the head with a sticky tack or glue them in permanently. Now it's time for the really fun part. Let's add some character to her face with details. I'll be using these watercolor pencils because they're so pigmented and come off really easily with just water. I used brown to draw on the eyebrows. This took me several attempts because it's so hard to get them symmetrical. Because I'm using a pencil, it creates natural strokes that resemble little hairs. For the lips, just using a red watercolor pencil doesn't create the smooth look that I'm going for. So I grab a damp brush and dip it into the tip of the red pencil. The water will make the pigment richer and give the lips a more uniform layer of color. The brush also allows me to add tiny details like these lines at the corners of the lips. Adding these details take time and I like to reference pictures. For some blush, I dip a larger brush into some pink and dab it onto the cheeks. Use a cotton swab to remove the excess color. While you could stop here, I wanted to take it a step further and add some eyelashes. These are eyelash extensions and extension glue. I cut off most of the length and glue a few to the top outer corners of each eye. You can also use doll hair for this. I just used what I already had. And lastly, let's make her an outfit. I'm not a seamstress, so this will be a no-sew version. I'm using this thin houndstooth fabric and some glue. I tried fabric glue, but I like the tacky glue way better for this project. It's thicker and dries a lot faster. Since fabric will generally fray without hemming, I'll be adding glue along all the raw edges that I cut. The glue dries clear and you won't even be able to see it. Now let's get started. To make the dress, I first draw a simple bodice pattern. It's pretty much a long rectangle with a sideways 3 on the top center edge. Cut the fabric using this pattern. Wrap it around your doll to make sure it fits. Then draw 2 small V's on the top sweetheart neckline. This will add more dimension to the piece. Cut those V's out. Push the sides of the fabric together and glue. I did this on the bottom of the bodice too to create a cinched waist. This is so simple and the glue holds incredibly well. For the waist, I cut a long rectangular strip and fold in the long edges with glue for a clean look. Wrap that over the bodice and add glue where the 2 pieces meet. Finally, to create the skirt, you just need to draw a third of a donut. It's kind of like a curved trapezoid. Cut that shape out of fabric and fold in the bottom edges for a clean look. Then fold it in half to get the center point of the skirt. Glue that to the inside of the center of the waist. Then glue the rest of the skirt to the waist by folding in bits of it at the same time. This method will give the skirt a pleated look. The pleats give the skirt volume and a bit of flair. There are so many different ways to close the back of this little dress. You can use hooks or velcro or buttons, but I'm just going to use double-sided tape. It gives me the cleanest closure with the least amount of distraction. This last step is completely optional, but I decided to make a headband by cutting an 18 gauge piece of wire and wrapping it in fabric. You could also just cut a strip of fabric to tie around her hair. Again, totally optional. And that's it. This doll kit was surprisingly easier than I anticipated for someone who has little to no experience. While I still need a lot of practice, I am so pleased with how she turned out. She fits perfectly into my dollhouse, and I'm excited to try different hair and outfits on her. I hope you enjoyed this video and check out my others. I'll see you next time. Bye.